Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a 100-hour review of the Exmark Staris 36-inch commercial lawnmower. I bought it brand new from an Exmark dealer last year, and I've racked up 100 hours on the machine. Now, it hasn't been perfect. It has broken down on me a few times. One recent time, this PTO switch pulled straight out, and I guess I broke a connector. The FS600Vs, the 691s, I think the 651s all have this similar filter right here. And now just look at it. This is 1 week of mowing, and the problem is the way the engine cover and air filter system is designed. It's, in my opinion, designed very poorly to where all the dust and everything that gets blown to the side, it doesn't really get blown to the side, it goes straight up. For some reason, it always comes in and packs into this area here, comes underneath the engine filter shroud cover and packs the air filter full of debris every single week. And if you guys deal with dusty conditions, it's just something that you need to look out for. I don't know if these Exmark Starises come with a different engine, but if they do, and you run into this specific engine, the FS600V, I think 651 and 691V, they have the similar air filter. Now, Power Equipment Man, shout out to him, he does make an upgrade kit, but however, I don't know if he makes an upgrade kit for the FS600V. I know he has one for the FS691 and the 651, so check him out. I might have a link in the description down below. As far as mowing overgrown properties, I gotta say that the 36 and the FS600V Kawasaki engine does the job. The cut quality is perfect, and it honestly, for such a small deck and a pretty small motor, it cuts down anything from 3 to 4 feet in length. Sometimes you do have to do a double cut it, depending if the grass is wet or not. Sometimes you do have to double cut it, but it does not struggle with tall grass. Now, you guys have seen it in action. I have plenty of videos on the Phil's Lawn Care channel of me using the Staris in crazy overgrown properties. There's no problem with using this mower in those kind of conditions. So it does have a 5-gallon gas tank and a fuel gauge, which is really nice because you can actually see how much fuel is in the tank. Since it's not clear, you can't see any fuel at all. It has to have a fuel gauge. So far, that fuel gauge has given me a perfect reading. There's no issues arising with a false reading. But it is single-sided, so you got to consider that if you do have a full tank and you're mowing slopey hills, or like very, very slopey hills, you are going to run into the issue where it might start pulling to one side because one side is heavier than the other. So, thing to consider. Now, this is a Staris, not like a Vertex or anything like that, where you'll see like dual tanks on both sides. But again, 36-inch mower, you have to start cutting a few things because of the size. And the reason why there is not another tank here, well, if you put an additional tank along with your controls, like if you put another tank here and your controls out here, well, now it's not going to be a 36-inch mower. It's going to be more of like a 38, 40-inch mower. And that's not deck width, that's body width, and you won't be able to get through tight spaces, tight spots. Let's see what else. One extra thing I gotta complain about something, right? This gets clogged. I don't know if I'll have to tear this apart and clean it, but the way they have this designed, and these things constantly come off, the stuff that holds the wire, and then the wire ends up rubbing up on the pulley. So I got to get these clips replaced. I mean, 1 year, I guess I got 1 year. All of them are off, and I'm not sure how to connect them back onto the wire. I think they were, I have no clue how to connect them. So I either have to zip tie them back onto the frame or replace the clip somehow, but I just wanted to mention that. Let's see, I did get a Green Guard chute blocker installed, which was a super, super tight fit. Because of this height adjustment bar on the deck, this bar goes all the way under, connects to the other side, so that way you don't have to change, you know, pins out like you did on the older models. You just have to do the pin, and then you let it go, and it lowers your deck all in one lever here. And you raise it up, bring it all the way back, raise it up, and you're good to go. So one thing I do wish, I know this is kind of an Exmark theme colored mower, but I really wish that they would get rid of white wheels. These white wheels go dirty almost like right away. When you get on your first property for the first week, if it's wet in the morning, these wheels completely get green and just trash, and you got to clean them. That's just the aesthetic part. I guess I have to complain about some aesthetics, right? Because I like to keep my equipment fairly clean. For a 1-year-old mower, it stays nice and clean and gets the job done. I can't really complain much. Same original battery. Have not had to replace it. There's the battery there. I'm just trying to think of any other arising issues. I guess from a standpoint of comfort, I'll have to set you guys up here. Let me see. Yeah, I think you'll see me standing on the mower. So I'm 6'2". So when I stand on it, I don't know if I'll have to zoom in because I don't have a table and it's windy out. Well, it's still a little windy. When I stand, my knees, like this pad right here, I don't know why this pad is so high up. I know it's kind of for your legs, but I wish that they had more coverage for your knees. They got like these rubber pads here. These pads do nothing, man. I tell you what, I wish that this pad was extended all the way down. Like, why can't they just extend it all the way down? Like, look, when I stand, my knees are smacking against that. And now for you shorter guys, you're even lower. You're probably right here hitting the plastic. And it's like, man, I'm buying a 10,000, 11, I think they're like 12 now. But I bought mine for 10,000. And when I started using that and I was going over like bumps, I was hitting my knees on this rubber and sometimes the metal, and man, it would hurt. And another thing is you do have like dampening, I don't know, padding or whatever, rubber padding underneath. That's your only suspension. The frame is not suspended. There's no like suspension components. There's no the forks. There's no what do they call them, flex forks or anything installed. So essentially this is your only suspension going up and down, bouncing on this platform. So you can see when you're bouncing, I mean, your knees start to hit, you start to lean back, and then all the pain is in it's in your lower back. There we go. So that's one more thing. That was like right off the bat a thing that I noticed that I was just like, I'm not gonna like, this is the number one thing I'm not gonna like about this mower, is how low the padding is. So I wish they'll change that in the future. I really like how easy it is to access your hydros and your engine. You got your fuel shutoff, your oil dipstick tube, your fuel filter, some fuses. Everything is right here. Springs. Here's where you fill your hydro fluid. You can take this completely off, and now you have access to your wheel, motors, and then your drain for your oil. If you don't use a pneumatic oil fluid extractor, which I highly recommend, you can drain your fluids easily right there. So you just take a wrench and then the bottom opens up and you can drain all your fluids. So really easy to get to all of your components. And then when you want to bring the platform down, you just push this pin up. There's also a port here for, I think, another 12 volt accessory or something like that, or a switch. This comes down. This platform fits into these designated slots. I'm not going to install it right now. But 100 hours, it's really has been a workhorse for me. Other than those few little things, I haven't had much to complain about. So it's not a perfect mower, you know. No, I guess I could say no mower is perfect out there. There's going to be mowers that you love. There's going to be mowers that you regret buying, and you're better off selling them instead of using them and stressing out on and regretting on your purchase. Maintenance on this thing is super easy. It's just that ride quality for me. It's a stand-on mower. I know it's not a sit-down. You're not going to get everything suspension. Everything's going to be comfortable. No, there's going to be discomfort on any stand-on mower. However, this one was kind of really uncomfortable. Over time, you start to not notice it, but when I noticed it in the beginning, that was just like it was one reason why I kind of regretted buying this mower. But I just over time I didn't let it bother me, and over time my knees, I guess, just got used to it. So but starts every single time. I've never had to jump this mower. Started on a dime, and here I'll let you hear how it sounds. Let's put you somewhere where you can kind of, well, let's see. Put you right here. No, that's a bad spot. Well, I'll just hold you. You can start it with one hand. That's really cool. So you got your choke, you got your speed. I'm gonna go probably halfway. Choke it since I didn't run it today. Your PTO, you can have it popped up to engage the blades. You of course want to have it popped down. You will not start the motor if this is popped up. And then you also will not start the mower if your brake is off. So you have to have the brake engaged. Let's go ahead and start it. I'll let you hear how it sounds. Choke. So that was just me showing you kind of some of the safety features as well. It won't start the only time it'll start is if you of course have the handbrake disengaged. We're talking about the blades or the PTO. You have to have your handles in drive. If you have them like this, your PTO and your blades aren't going to start. If you let go, which I did on the last bit there, if you let go, your blades are going to turn off within the second. And so it's just the safety feature of the Exmark Staris. And I like it because sometimes, let's just say you're mowing a slopey hill and you accidentally, or like a tree branch hits you, and somehow you let go of the handles, you're out of control, you jump off the mower, something happens, the blades will automatically turn off. So that way you don't have a mower that's going to go down a hill with its blades engaged and hit something and just destroy things, right? So just a safety thing on Exmark's end, which is really good. I like that about the mower as well. So, but again, 100-hour review. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions about it, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will try my best to answer them in a timely manner. Thank you again so much. It's been Phil with Phil's Lawn Care. 100-hour review of the Exmark Staris. Take care, God bless you, and we'll see you in the next one.